Welcome to another big matchup between Phoenix Futsal WA and South Perth Alliance FC. If the Scarborough Sharks had have drawn with the FutScarbs, this game would have been ever so important. Now the way the ladder stands, Alliance would need to win by, I believe, 14 goals to knock FutScarbs out of finals. So almost inconceivable, you'd have to say, especially with the kind of form Phoenix Futsal WA are in. And going through the lineups, it's Lloyd Allen back behind Nesta Fonseca's back for Alliance, alongside Bo Haynes, Justin Pearce, Philip Ronitza, Fred Vannon, Lucas Mello, Fortunini, Bevis Lau. And for Phoenix Futsal WA is none other than Ali Millem leading the line. Korai Altintas, Baka Alkarahuli, the captain, Mohamed Titonchi, Amir Azimi, Maysam Kinani, and Muslim Al Muhammad in goals. And as the team huddles are breaking and the sides are heading to the court, you predict that Ali Milham would start alongside Baka Al-Karahuli, who's actually been left to the bench. So Phoenix are quite clearly playing a much weaker lineup, knowing that their spot is predetermined. It's Maysam Kinani, Korai Altintas, Amir Shrakian, and Amir Azimi to start. Not something you see very often is Ali Millem on the bench. And for Alliance, really nothing but pride to play for, but they'll definitely want to end their season with a win, and presumably you tip Lucas Mello, Fred Vannon, Justin Pearce, and Philip Ronitza. I think that's exactly what it's going to be. Bevis Lau in goal in Nantawat Rangsawang's absence. Roberto Boy going through some final tactics before kickoff, and I'm joined in the commentary box as usual by none other than Luke Ross. Luke, what are your thoughts coming into this one? It should be a good game we've got in hand.
It should be a cracker. Obviously, you just said that the Alliance have got nothing to play for, but I've just been told and had a look, like you said, that a 14-goal deficit actually wouldn't be enough. It's 15 because it would go to goals for. So if the Alliance win by 15 goals over the Phoenix, who have started with a weaker side, they will go into finals, which would be outrageous. Are the chances? I know you're a betting man, John. I know you are. Obviously, Sportsbet hasn't got hold of the Supa-Liga just yet. But when it does, what are the odds of an Alliance 15-0 win?
$201 to 1.
201? I wouldn't take those odds.
And Vannon gets us kicked off. Mello. Headed clear by Azimi. Vannon again. Mello. Pearce. Back to Mello. Alliance with a quick start, looking to capitalise early on, or with the likes of Ali Milham and Baka Al-Karahuli being on the bench. Al Muhammad will field this one.
So I know you said again that Alliance haven't got much to play for, but if they get the win here, they will finish fourth, and obviously unless it is a 15-0 drumming. But if they get a win here, they'll finish fourth. Finish fifth, I should say. Bevis Lau with a good early save, and Amir Azimi and Bevis again. As I was saying, they would actually finish fifth, which in a maiden Supa-Liga A season is nothing to sniff your nose at. It would be a great achievement.
Definitely not bad, and especially considering the partnership with South Perth is now official, that definitely could bring in some big guns for next season. Obviously, Remo Capitani being the main one, potentially Benji Mikau, who's apparently signed on, but has also been rumoured to be playing for Curtin Footballista. Obviously, Connor Cruz was lost in the transfer market to Cambio Cumbre, but definitely ways for Alliance to strengthen an already very good side. There's Pearce on the right-hand flank.
If anyone has also got any rumours of transfers happening on the off-season, obviously we've got a 6-week off-season before the biggest ever Supa-Liga season kicks off. Leave them in the comments and me and John will start spreading that rumour. I've heard that Cristobal Zuniga is actually moving to Cambio Cumbre to be the new goalkeeper in sticks for them. So that'll be a big loss for the Condors. Fred Vannon off the right, and Omid Ashragian, who we did mention, and I did have a speak with him before the game, does claim to be the best defender in Western Australia. And Koray Altintas, the second best Altintas brother behind his brother Altai, who resides in the Supa-Liga B with Longobarda. Good battle there between Mello and Kanani.
Well, Mello does very well. Former teammates at the Murdoch Warriors, Mason Kanani and Lucas Mello, back in their glory days.
And Justin
Mello,
Pearce as well.
Justin Pearce as well, you're right. Mello captivated the WA futsal leagues for the last 8 years or so. And it's been a very good addition to this Alliance side. Vannin unleashing Pearce, looking for the back post. Cut out by a shrug in. And the best defender in WA now showing us how good he is at going forward. That not one of his better passes, giving it away and ending up with Beverslau in the end. It's Pearce. Ball across, trying to find Reinitzer. Cut out.
So would you say that the Phoenix maybe are going into this with a bit of a... Obviously they know they've made finals, but you'd want to still take the momentum, surely, with a win and playing your strongest squad.
100%, Luke. I never see the logic in teams going into games lightly, knowing that they've made the finals or whatever. I still feel like you want to go in it at 100 miles per hour, get the win, and set yourselves up with some momentum. But I guess it will be credit to them if they do manage to win without relying on Ali Milham so heavily like they have pretty much all season. Baka Al Karahuli, the man who provides a lot of Ali Milham's goals whilst doing a lot of the defending at the back. Amir Azimi on the counter now, lays it off. Kenani flicks it forward, and it's an own goal there from Philip Reinitzer. Justin Pearce, who just couldn't get out of the way in time. And now the man, the myth, the legend, Fortune Anai makes his way onto the court alongside Ali Milham and Mohamed Tatanchi.
We'll all remember Fortune Anai's men's Supa-Liga appearance, his debut appearance. Fortune Anai actually got sent off and scored on his men's Super League A debut. It was the first game of the season, going back 3 months or so now. That's when Alliance were full of hope. They've been very, very good competitors this season. They've been very good competitors this season, the Alliance boys. I'd say they've been competitive in almost every match. Boasting obviously players such as Lucas Mello, Justin Pearce. So it's going to be good to see them go together with the South Perth boys next season. As we can see, Capitani, he will probably be joining the Alliance next season. It's going to be a retake side ball here, Lucas Mello. Mello to Fortune Anai to Lucas Mello. Mello looking to thread the needle. Beverslau chips forward. Justin Pearce handballed that one. Zayed getting on with it. Kanani one-on-one with Mello and Beverslau. Great save. Milham yet to really get into this game yet. Ali Milham to Tonchi. That was a nice intricate play there with Baka Zayed. I say Milham, Zayed and Tatonchi have played together for some years now and they've got expert chemistry. And Fortune Anai skipping past 3, but Kanani having none of it. He's ending that fun. Milham one-on-one with Fred Vannin to Zayed. Well defended there from Anai. Zayed's going to restart play with on a ball. So this game yet to really get the intensity up. Milham, so much space. This will be a good goal. Mello defends well. Pearce goes the other way, and now it's a 2v2. He'll want it on his right. He has Pearce, and he almost slipped it through to Fred Vannin. Bo Hayes is going to step onto the court for the first time. Featured in a team of the week earlier this season, Bo Hayes. He's a good young player as well. Anai back to Justin Pearce, who was looking for Vannin. Nothing doing. So anyone watching, give us your score predictions. I'd love to hear them. Tonchi, Kanani. Kanani yet to take a break. Milham, what a ball that is down the line to Mason Kanani. This would be some goal. Kanani, and he's put it wide. It was always too easy.
That one would have been an amazing team goal. Probably a goal of the week if Kanani had to put that one away, but it shows how dynamic Phoenix are going forward. And Muslim Al-Mohammed did really well there to clear with the head as Bo Haynes was incoming looking to finish. And it's Lloyd Allen on the ball now, who will be joining Cambio Cumbre next season. That is confirmed, so it could very well be his last game for Alliance. Pierce.
Down the line to Lloyd Allen, who actually broke his foot about a month ago, so he's made a miraculous recovery. Nice little bit of skill there from Milham.
And if anybody has any updates from the Curtin Football Lister versus Cambio Cumbre game, let us know. We'd be interested to see how that one pans out. Obviously, with the likelihood of both of them potentially coming into the league, we know Cambio Cumbre are confirmed. 6-3 last time out it finished when they had a friendly a couple of weeks ago. Now they're at it again. Ben O'Brien on show for Curtin. So that's great to see. And Mohamed Tatunchi on show for Phoenix, alongside Al Karahulu, who's looking to link up with Milham. That wasn't a bad ball, but fortunately for Lau, it fell to him. Anayi is quite underrated, if I'm being honest with you, Luke. 3 goals in 4 games when, you know, a couple of these senior players have been playing well, but they haven't really stepped up in the scoring department. Fortunately, he hasn't played many minutes this season, but when he has, he's made it count. I remember that goal he got against Longobardo, which secured the point for them that evening, along with a few other important ones. Obviously, participated in uni nationals with Curtin University. Kind of is alongside the number 10 in the centre of screen, Justin Pierce, as he makes his way to the bench for Philip Roinitsa.
My only critique of Fortunato would be he wears his shorts slightly too high for my liking. Maybe if he pulls them down a little bit, he'll be able to run slightly faster. Orjanika to Bo Hayes. Hayes to Allen, who's another one who competed in that uni nationals for Curtin, who went down in the final of the uni national competition.
Haynes did as well, I believe, so plenty of uni nationals on display at the moment. Ali Milham keeping it with Bakazayed. Phoenix aren't in any rush. They're happy to just hold on to this 1-goal lead at the moment. Milham trying to make some magic happen to Tunchi. That's a loose pass, but the referee's whistle's been blown. Is it a hold on Mo Tatunchi?
Well, he said that Jonathan Silas said he put his elbow into Bakazayed and then pointed to his shoulder, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Nevertheless, the foul's been given.
Yep.
And Zayed gets on the outside of Anayi, but can't quite keep it in.
We need something to spark this game off, don't we, John? We need
definitely do. A goal from Alliance would be what the fans want. Currently, 30 live viewers. Hasn't quite reached the heights of last matchup, but that's to be expected where there was everything to play for. I think a notable absence for Phoenix is Barat Jaja as well. Jaja's been a solid addition up top as the target for Phoenix.
I think he may still be injured from that tackle that Miguel de Oliveira did on him a few weeks back. If you are watching Barat, let us know. Good ball over the top there from Allen. But hey, he's tracked that one down so, and he's kept it in. This would be some goal. Rojnika, great save there from Al Mohammed, but Bo Hayes, that was exceptional work rate from the number 14. I don't know what that pass was, but it's worked out.
You've got to love Bo Hayes, don't you? The determination to keep that one in, and I think it's been a bit of a violation to him over the past couple of seasons, playing in the draft at Curtin, he put him down in the SFL, and then you see him play for Alliance, which is basically South Perth's SFL side, and he's teaching some of these senior players a lesson or two on how to do it. Obviously, scored the equaliser against FutScarbs and was in the team of the week a couple of weeks ago and was absent from the side, but now he's back and very nearly almost setting up Philip Roinitsa for what I believe would be his first goal of the season, maybe his second. But it was something that, the ball looked to be gone and Bo Haynes using his pace to keep it in. Having said that, he got dispossessed on this occasion, shrugging on the counter-attack, squares it to the back post, and it's another open goal for Phoenix that they've missed, and it's Korai Altentas this time around. So Lions getting off the hook in some regard with Kanani and Altentas firing wide from point-blank range as Lau rushing it a bit. Unable to keep it in was Philip Renitza.
This game definitely should have more goals in it. I mean, Phoenix have missed practically 2 open goals, and Rojnika's missed a gilded opportunity as well. There he is, the best defender in Western Australia, coming away with it. He gives it wide to Zayed, skips inside on Anai. He's still got it back to Zayed off the right end. Good finish there from Bakazayed, the number 5.
Phenomenal there from the captain. It was good work from Ahmed Ashrakian to get the ball out wide to him. And he cuts inside on that right boot and just puts it in the bottom corner. Bevis Lau not really left with any chance as Phoenix double the lead with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Maybe it's 8 minutes. How bad I said it is. 8 minutes, my bad. I couldn't see the scoreboard from this far back, so I have to look at the other one. But Phoenix in the hot seat. It's gone from bad to worse for Alliance, who you wonder if they only needed a win to go through the finals, the score would be the same, or if maybe they're taking a little bit lightly, as I know at the end of the day they don't really have a chance at sneaking into that top 4. And any score predictions you have, put them in the comments. Any suggestions, any critiques of the players that are on your mind, let us know. As just a reminder, we will be back with Condors versus Longobardo after this match.
And a quick preview for tomorrow's game as well. Obviously, we've got the Northern Hawks and the West Coast Cobras are still battling out for that league title. Obviously, myself and John involved with the West Coast Cobras were 2 points behind the Northern Hawks. The next time out at halftime, we'll get that live ladder up and we'll give you a bit of a more in-depth run-through of what can happen tomorrow. And back alive now, we have got the Alliance coming on. Lucas Mello is back on. I mean, you can probably definitely see the intensity from Phoenix isn't what it has been the last few weeks, which surprises me. I know they've already gone through for finals, but I think you want to play every game like it is your last and give everything you've got. As a wise man once said, it's a very short career playing at this level, and you don't get much out of it financial-wise, so if you're here, you may as well give it everything. Ashragian to Zayed. Zayed, one-on-one with Van In to Ashragian, who gives it back to Milham. Milham, Ashragian, good goal. Great team goal. And as I was critiquing the Phoenix intensity, it was a great goal there in Omid Ashragian. Not just the best defender, but maybe the best attacker in Western Australia. What do you think on that one, John?
Look, he makes a good shout for it. Obviously, Omid Ashragian contributed to Balga FC's grand final and minor premiership winning side last season, playing a couple of games for us, and you know he won the Supa-Liga with Huaid Autoparts a couple of seasons ago, and now he is doing it at the very top level for Phoenix, and he almost picks Justin Pearce's pocket, but Pearce gets through in the end, fires the shot off, couldn't find the target. But Omid Ashragian, he's a reliable defender, a hard worker, and a very good back post merchant. Obviously last season, or 2 seasons ago I should say, for the Middle East Eagles, he was their standout player featuring in the MSL team of the season, despite having Lucas Mello and Benji McHale on his side, and him and Mello go head to head again right now. Here's Al Karahuli in a tussle with Justin Pearce, and the foul going the way of Baka Al Karahuli. It was a really well-worked goal that Ashragian scored. It was Al Karahuli playing it to Milham. Milham held it up. Ashragian made the run and finished beyond Bevis Lau, who had a better chance at getting a hand on the sun. And with just over 6 minutes left in the first half.
I would argue against that statement, John.
Well, it's a good finish into the roof of the net. Nothing much Lau could do from point-blank range. Can't be too harsh on him, but look, with 6 minutes to go, it's another poor first half from Alliance, who last week we beat convincingly. I think we'll be up 4-0, 5-0.
Don't say we, mate. You weren't there.
Well, I wasn't there, but I was watching on with great interest, and you guys were 5-0 up at half-time. And it could be something similar again, and this time Lau parries it down to Pearce, who's still under pressure. Van In, Milham with the back heel. Ball still alive. Twisting and turning Ali Milham. Slips out to Ashragian, who gets it back off to Tonchi. Altentas, rather. Altentas back rolls it to Omid Ashragian. Zayed lurking in the centre. Ashragian finds him. Zayed holding up well, but he gets double teamed. However, the ball still staying in the field of play. Finds Altentas. fires off the right, and that's an amazing goal from Cora Altintis, who's rubbing salt into the wound at this point. Crossbar and in. That one, Lau would have had a better chance of getting a hand on the sun. That was a very good finish from Altintas and a very good team goal once again. And it looks like we're going to have Phoenix next week, Luke, and I can't lie, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. They're playing some excellent futsal.
No comment, as Fortunai says, what a shot from Altintas, and Nai needs to concentrate on scoring in the other end. Here he is on the ball, the fan favourite Fortunai checks in, them calves, enough to make anyone jealous, and Vannon's giving it away. I know Milham once again on the score sheet. Pierce, it's going to be Bevislau's goal, 5 minutes remaining. Lau rolls it out to Mello. Mello's being pressed by Milham. Gives it away through the middle. Zayed does well. Good ball there from Astragian. Well tackled there from Fred Vannon. Astragian checking out. Tatunchi checking back in. Zayed's going to take it here. Chips it over to Tonchi. Tonchi one-on-one with Anai, and well blocked there by Fortune. He's defending well. Anai, since he's come back on. Azimi gives it back to Milham. Milham to Zayed. Zayed. And it's not gone in. Lucas Mello kicks that one into Pierce. And with 4 minutes remaining in this first half, it could get worse yet for the Alliance boys, couldn't it, John?
Yeah, well, that one very nearly crossing the line, hitting the crossbar and bouncing out, and that would have been 5. Looks like it's a timeout called by Diego Garcia and Lindsay Gordon. However, there's no real need to. But there's no real need to, as they're in the driving seat at the moment and playing some excellent futsal. But in the meantime, we'll have a look at the live ladder to let us know how it looks, Luke.
So it's not really about how it looks now because it's pretty much all sewn up. I don't think the Alliance are going to score 19 in the next 24 minutes. I definitely don't think they are, but saying that, we were going to preview tomorrow's, obviously. So the West Coast Cobras and the Northern Hawks, who are still vying for that title. The Northern Hawks do play first against the Perth Pumas, who are lowest to the bottom, but they've had some good performances in the last week. So if the Northern Hawks win, they'll
draw.
No, if they win, they'll win the league title.
If they win, yeah.
If they win, they'll win the league title. If they lose or draw, it leaves the door ajar for the West Coast Cobras, who will be playing straight afterwards. So all eyes on that game. So tune in tomorrow at 6:50 to watch the Northern Hawks potentially win the league title.
And then stick around at 7:50, especially if the Hawks drop points.
Yep.
To see if the West Coast Cobras can get over the line against Andinos and secure their second minor premiership in 2 seasons. Definitely going to be 2 entertaining contests that I'm looking forward to in some regard, but also pretty nervous. I like the Northern Hawks are going to get over the line against the Pumas, and it'll be game, set, match for us. But all we can do is hope for an upset. And we have seen plenty of them happen in the past couple of weeks. It's a good sliding challenge by Azimi. Bo Haynes firing off the left, and that wasn't far away, but over the bar, didn't take a touch, and Muslim Al Muhammad will get it back. He goes along to Milham, who looks to flick it on, but Mello gets the better. Spins out of trouble, and still got it here, Mello, Bo Haynes, and Nai. Haynes makes a run, then checks back in the middle, and Nai opting for Justin Pierce. Well, Pierce could have cut it back there to Fortune Nai, who had a bit of space to try and work a shot.
Nice, too nice to say anything though. He just gives him a smile with those white teeth. Reminds me of older Nishan Alagoda.
To Tatunchi, to Azimi. Now it's Zayed, back to Tatunchi. Looking for the one-on-one, and Nai does well. And just inside the final 3 minutes of the first half. Zayed, Tatunchi with a check run. Stops and receives it. Now Milham. Back to Tatunchi. Keeping the ball nicely in tight areas. Phoenix. Milham had to stretch to reach that one. Now it's Bucker Zayed. Milham looking for the 1-2. Zayed might be away here. But bodied off the ball by Justin Pierce. The number 10 for Alliance did well.
Yeah, it was well defended there from JP10, the number 10 for the Alliance. Bo Hayes to Justin Pearce here, because it's a Hayes off the left. He's had a few chances. He's played well, Hayes. He couldn't get a chance off there. Mello with the bicycle kick. Lucas Mello out of absolutely nothing gets a bicycle kick, and that probably seals goal of the week right now. For Hayes, it was him. He created the goal, kept the ball so well, and somehow plugged it through to Mello, and bicycle kick. Oh, Muhammad, there's nothing he could do, but could that spark a fight back for the Alliance? Mello with no reaction, like he does it every week. And that was some goal from Lucas Mello.
Turning back the years with a potential goal of this season contender.
Yep.
May not count for much in the context of the game, but definitely one for the personal highlight reel. It's the man with the broken foot, Lloyd Allen, back on. Can he help his side get back into it? Allen had experience in Korea playing for Cambio Cumbre. Pearce trying to find a way through, but picked up by Al Mohammed, who sparks the quick counter. And it's a 2-on-1, but it's cut out well by Allen. Looses out to Kanani. Kanani trying to thread it through to Milam, but Bo Haynes gets himself on the end of it. Allen being pressed. Haynes, Enai. Allen checks back and receives. Haynes wants it down the line. Allen ups for Pearce. It's a full curtain in Carnaby's team on at the moment. Fadi Macau will be proud to see it.
Not to be proud that it's a Supa-Liga though.
He'd rather than be playing in the SFL Gatorade Winter Division, which they unfortunately lost in the grand final against Coburn Wolves, but and I think it might be the same again here today, Luke. 4-1 down.
And they've got no James Toth as well, unfortunately for them. What a ball that is from Enai. Pearce cuts in, cuts back out. Justin Pearce stabs wide. 43 seconds remaining. They won't want to concede again. Maybe if they can nick another, the Alliance, they would be off the moon with that, considering they were 4-0 down 3 minutes ago. Fortune Enai to Lloyd Allen. On at the back to Hayes. Hayes being pressed. He deals with that one very well. Needs a second option though. Well done by Bo Hayes. I've been impressed with him today. Lloyd Allen to Enai. Enai with the parallel down the line. Hayes gets there again. I mean, one thing you can't criticise Hayes on is his work rate. He's absolutely everywhere.
100%. Bo Haynes never gives up. You know, may not be the most talented player on the court just yet, but he keeps working, doesn't he? And he's got a good shot off both feet. Not to say he's far behind any of these players technically though either. Alliance have looked better when he's been on. Ali Milam just going for the ball over the top to Azumi as this first half will peter out. 1 second left. The clock stops. Alliance can't be bothered to kick it in, but they're going to have to. Bevis Lau just punting it forward. And that's half time. Phoenix Futsal WA lead Alliance 4-1. We'll go to a quick ad break and be back in just a moment.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And the boys are making their way back on the court for this second half. 4-1, the Phoenix are leading. Ali Milham and co have played an exceptional first half. The Alliance probably were, well, they scored that goal against a run of play, I'd argue, but it was a moment of magic from Lucas Mello with a bicycle kick. So can they come back in the second half, Johnny?
I'm not confident. But
great.
Look, I think Phoenix are just going to be too strong this evening. However, you hope Alliance don't go down without a fight. It's good to see the intensity from Royditzer has been turned up. Milham, but Mello getting in front and defending well. However, I know it's obviously not realistic, but if any goal could count for two, it would be that one from Lucas Mello. Like, yes, Phoenix has scored some good goals, but Mello with probably the goal of the night and maybe even goal of the season. So they're down 4-1, but still at least have something to be quite positive about. At least for Lucas Mello's personal account, they will. Mello's been good all season, averaged, I think, a goal a game or so. So he's had a good season. Will probably feature in the MSL team of the season. You feel when it comes out. Kanani trying around Beverslow.
I'll tell you what I'm still waiting for. Last season's MSL team of the season.
What about it, sir?
Well, I'm still waiting for it to come out.
Oh, you're still waiting. Oh, yeah, they didn't do it last season, did they? For one reason or another, but hopefully this season they will. And what I'm hearing is a potential restructuring of the way they do league MVP votes with something similar to the way they do the Brownlow medal in AFL. So it won't just be announced in one hit. They'll go through it round by round, and you'll see who's leading at every interval.
I guess that does probably make the awards night a little bit more suspenseful.
Well, Ali Milham's still only paying about $1.05, but a slightly more suspenseful Luke. You'd be hoping to make the top three, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Jake Pizzuto taking all my votes this season.
Yeah, Pizzuto's been good. He'll definitely be up there as well. But you'd have to say Ali Milham is almost a shoo-in to do the league MVP and Golden Boot double once again. Here he is now, threading the ball out to Maysam Kanani.
But what's good about Ali Milham this season is last season, I should say, the Phoenix actually ended up coming 6th. Even though Ali Milham won the Golden Boot, the league MVP, and Zayed won the assist. But this year it seems like they've become a more well-rounded team with Kanani, who's been really consistent, and he's been exceptional this season.
Kanani's been brilliant since coming in. Obviously, leaving the Murdoch Warriors, and I think he was playing a bit for Perth AFC in the Supa-Liga last season, but now he's a mainstay at Phoenix, and I think he's probably been their second best player this season too, Milham. He has a lot of flair, a lot of creativity, and a striking, trying to find him over the top. Almost doing so, but Van In heading clear. And what's interesting is Milham actually hasn't scored this evening so far, so if he doesn't, he will end the regular season on 18 goals. Now, you're currently on 13, Luke. Could we potentially see a five-goal haul tomorrow if Milham doesn't score and you tie yourself level in the Golden Boot? I know it's not likely, but I've seen stranger things done before.
You probably just jinxed it, and he'll probably score 4 now in this second half. So I'll make a comment after the game on the Golden Boot race.
Have you ever scored 5 in a game of Supa-Liga before? Because I remember one time you did it in SFL when we beat Canning Tigers 20-0. But have you done it in Supa-Liga?
I haven't done it in a Supa-Liga A game, in a B game, in a C game a few years ago I scored 8.
8,
so
wow.
If we could run that one back, I'll win the Golden Boot. But I don't think that the Canning Ultra Tigers are lurking in the Supa-Liga C anymore, unfortunately. I remember they did have a referee, the old referee, Dylan
Watson.
Dylan Watson was playing for them.
Oh, that would have been a lead. Well, easy to see why you were able to score so many then. But look, Alliance are not about... and Dinos are not about side. Like, they caused us trouble last season. We drew with them in the semi-final, and they took us to penalties where we were fortunate enough to get the win. And I remember in the first time we met, we actually lost 6-4. And especially if they've got Shane Nashmore in goals, scoring 5 is almost impossible. But it does add to the narrative that technically it could be done.
Well, we did see it in series futsal with Elias Pathmos and Cosimo Russo, where there was a 5-goal.
You featured in as well, Luke. Did you get 5 assists that game?
5 assists to Elias there, so I'm surprised he didn't let me share the Golden Boot with him as well.
Well, can you be on the other end of that happening? Can Jake Pizzuto,
who isn't playing...
Jake's not playing tomorrow. Can James Toff provide 5 assists to you tomorrow so you can level in the golden boot race. That's why you've got to be tuned in tomorrow. Only time will tell. And I think another thing that's worth to mention, what is James Toth going to be doing next season? Will he join fellow South Perth teammates and play for Alliance, or will he stay for Cobras? That is the age-old question.
Who was that, sorry?
James Toth.
James Toth. I don't know. I mean, we'd be gutted to lose out on him. Hopefully.
100%. It's been good for us this season, especially last week. 2 goals and an assist against his former club, I guess you could say, in South Perth Alliance. But, you know, either way, both would be as equally likely to happen. Obviously, his mum being the president of South Perth Alliance and the major sponsor of the club, alongside Justin Pearce, Lucia Bergamy, Roberto Boy, and who's the other one involved?
I don't know. I've got no idea.
Well, there's about 4 or 5 players that play for both South Perth in the SFL and Alliance in the Supa-Liga. And now that they've merged, you wonder whether they're going to try and add the likes of Toth, Benji McKay, and Remo Capitani to their ranks. The other team in contention for a couple of our players is Coburn Wolves, but I believe we've got the go-ahead from Luke Christie and Tom Robles that they're signing on for another season. Some really positive news coming out of the West Coast Cobras camp. Cambio Cumbre on track to take Lloyd Allen off the hands of Alliance, and it's looking like it'll be a really good season next time out with, I think, 16 potential clubs in the Supa-Liga A division.
It's going to be one long season. I've been told that it's going to be a 30-round season with a few midweek games, so a lot to look forward to for next time out. That's why I think we're so keen to get this finals and hopefully get another championship under our belt, because with these 16 teams, you don't know when you're going to be back there. Obviously, us and the Northern Hawks, as we were saying, that us and the Northern Hawks have been there for the last 6 seasons. And live, we've got, oh, what a save
Amazing
from
save.
Al Mohammed.
Amazing save.
I actually have a feeling that was going wide. Mello did not catch that ball well at all.
Yeah, Mello should have done better. He can do the hard things right and score a bicycle kick volley, but can't put them in from point-blank range. And look, if it went to 4-2 there, Alliance would be well within a chance.
It's
but
game on.
What a save from Muslim Al Mohammed. He has been phenomenal this season. A good shout for Golden Glove. You wouldn't be surprised if he features in Team of the Week once again, depending on how a couple of these other games go.
Yeah, I think the only thing that'll hurt his chances of the Team of the Season nomination will be that Nick Kirkby did feature in 3 games this season. But he has been good, Al Mohammed, so who knows? We'll have to see.
I'm very impressed with him. Very impressed indeed. And another player we were impressed with every week is Ali Milham, who lays it off to Zayed. Milham on the left. Not his strong shot, but taking a deflection on the way through. But that chance from Mello, it does show one of the weaknesses of Phoenix sometimes, which is they can be a bit slow to get back. There were 3 Alliance players forward of the ball without any cover from Phoenix, and they were lucky to not get punished. Obviously, in a game that meant more, in a game that was maybe closer, you might not see it happen, but it's still not a good habit to get into.
He's doing it as we speak. He's making his way back now. He's subbing himself off Lucas Mello. Rajnika is checking in.
Ronitsa was the other one that both plays for South Perth and Alliance FC that I was thinking of. And here he is again. He's trying to make a move at target, looking for the ball. Pearce with the forward run. Here's a real chance for Justin Pearce. And he tucks it away. And it's 4-2. Game on. Poor defending from Phoenix. It's what we were talking about once again. No one followed Pearce. And yes, I think they've won this game. They very may well have, but they've given Alliance an easy goal there, and Justin Pearce tucks it away with precision. No chance for Al Mohammed, who I'm sure would be furious with his defense.
Yeah, I mean, Al Mohammed's done everything he can, but the 2 goals he's conceded, probably not much you can do about them, but saying that he's made some exceptional saves. So the Phoenix will want to turn it back on and get their full goal buffer back intact. And on the other hand, Alliance will want to get a win and finish their season on a high. It's not inconceivable now. Rajnika, Fortunanai, and you just think if this game had meant something, what would it have finished? And there we go, 4-3. JP 10 scores again. That was Peter Jury-esque from myself, and that was Thierry Henry-esque from Justin Pearce. Fortunanai, what an assist that was.
Well, now it's game on, and you would hope for the league's sake that Scarborough versus FutScarbs game ended in a draw, because imagine the scenario, Phoenix needing a win, or Alliance needing a win to make the finals rather. They've come back from 4-0 down to 4-3. It's a shame that this game almost doesn't mean anything, but what a fight back in the last 5 minutes by Alliance.
This is good though. We're glad we are seeing a bit of fight from the Alliance boys. Obviously, this game could have easily petered out, and like last week, they kind of dropped their heads and went down to a big scoreline. But it's good to see this week that they're firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be a bit of a climax to this game. 10 minutes remaining or so.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the finish with 5 minutes to go in that first half when Bakr Zayed struck the underside of the crossbar and had a chance to make it 5-0. You would have said there's no chance for Phoenix Alliance coming back, but you switch off for 2-3 minutes and JP10 strikes again with 2 excellent goals and, well, match on. Phoenix calling a timely timeout to rally their troops. Alliance getting pepped up by Roberto Boy, who is doing a lot of the coaching with Taka Kawakami. Obviously absent from the squad this evening are Yoshihiro Sakuragi and Luca Bergami from the Alliance side. It would have been of big help tonight, but the boys on the court are putting up a good fight. Pierce in particular has been very good. Kanani on the ball now. Can he help Phoenix get a 2-goal buffer once again? Milham hasn't found the back of the net yet, but that's a lovely ball. And Kanani chips it wide. Inayi. Milham wins it off of him. A little flick out to Kanani. A shrug in. Zayed flicks it down the line parallel to Milham. Lovely feet from the number 10. But marshaled well there by Bo Haynes, who hasn't put a foot wrong tonight. Ball through the middle, but cut back by Justin Pierce. Still going Pierce. Can he keep it in? Still going Pierce, and now it's picked up by Haynes. A 3-on-2 for Phoenix. Haynes in a tussle with Zayed. Haynes gets the better of him. And Nayi. Bo Haynes fires off the right, but a sliding block coming in from the Phoenix Futsal WA captain. And must have been last touch off by Haynes, or else it would have been a corner. Long throw, looking for Milham. He's being marshaled by Roynitsa, but he's been allowed to turn. Milham trying to go one-on-one. He's got a couple to beat. Spins around all of them. Still going. Ali Milham sits him down. But now he's turned into trouble. Somehow he's still going. Roynitsa's getting mucked off. He's not happy about it. Pushes Milham to get him away. And still going Milham. But his shot wide. And it will be a rolling foul.
Yeah, that was nice from Ali Milham. He was looking for his goal. I think he'll have scored in every game this season if he scores tonight. Milham wasn't one of his finest moments, that pass, but you can see the technical ability he has on him, where he was almost sending all 4 Alliance players to the shop. Anai, who never seems to be in a rush when he's got the ball for Chennai. I like the way he plays. He's down the run looking for Felipe Rojnika. Mohammed goes short to Kanani, and Hayes again, Marshall as well. But I think Alliance have got to get the double team on Ali Milham. They're leaving him one-on-one every time at the back as they're pressing. It's a bit of a unintelligent press. Zayed, nice flick, Hayes all over it. Zayed to take it. 8 minutes 40 remaining. Zayed down the line here, we say. Milham, well marshalled there from Fortune Anai, and Kanani blasted over. We just had a Cumbria update score from Ben O'Brien, John. Cumbria 15, Curtin Football Lister 1.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
I wasn't expecting that. It was 6-3 last time, and I was like, look, maybe Curtin aren't too bad, but well, they got thumped this evening. And I'm sure Tyler Guiner had a say in a lot of those goals. The Futsalroo, who's coming to the Supa-Liga next season, highly anticipated. Lucas Mello fires off the right. Philip Roynitsa pats it down to Pierce. Here's Bo Haynes. Pierce again. Trying to take on Eshragin, but the best defender in WA does well. And Kanani gets on the outside of Bo Haynes. Oh, that's a bad challenge from Pierce. I think At the very least, you'd expect a yellow to come out. And Kanani, who is a former teammate of Justin Pearce, looks to be quite hurt. But look, it's a necessary foul from Pearce. Kanani's going one-on-one. If he scores that goal, it's probably game, set, match at 5-3. Probably didn't mean to take him out as aggressively. It was intended to be a professional foul, but sometimes these things happen. Pearce maybe even a little fortunate to not see a straight red, but the Phoenix Futsal Club will get a free kick in shooting distance. Ali Milham scored one from similar range against Scarborough Sharks a couple of weeks ago, and he's standing over it once again. The number 10 wants this goal. The Phoenix wall stands in 2 with Justin Pearce and Lucas Mello. Milham, Zayed and Kanani all in contention to take it, but Milham out-outfits them all as he does so often. It's Ali Milham, and that one off the upright. A great strike from Milham. It was bending into that top corner. If the goals were a metre or so further back, it just might have gone in. Roynitzer looks out wide for Pearce, who's got Milham to beat. Back to Roynitzer instead, trying to use Mello at target. Was there a push in on Kanani? Referee says no.
Mohammed, good throw long. Rojniko one-on-one with Milham. Milham goes it to Zayed. Milham was looking for that return ball from Zayed. Nothing forthcoming. Bit of a wayward throw there from goalkeeper Hayes. Gives it back to Justin Pearce. Pearce plays to Rojniko. Goes through Milham. JP's got it at the back here. Goes wide to Mello. Mello one-on-one with Zion off the toe poke. That hit the outside of the post. It's gone out for a corner. Oh no, it hasn't. It's gone out for a goalkeeper's ball. And plays back underway. Zayed to Ashragian. Mello all over that one. Hayes to Justin Pearce. He's been intercepted and Bakazai could have finished it there. But he puts it wide. And that could have been all she wrote. But saying that, the Alliance boys are still in it. Fred Vannon, who was having a bit of a scuffle with a crowd member. It looks like he's coming back on. Maybe to have the last say. Hopefully he shall. Vannon wide to Hayes. Hayes one-on-one with Zayed. Well defended there from Baka Zayed. Bivaslau to Fred Vannon. He's got time. It's a bit of a lazy ball. Kanani one-on-one with Vannon. Zayed's got it. Baka Zayed. Fred Vannon does well there to recover. Mello battling hard with Zayed. Zayed defends well. Great ball there from Mello. I think Hayes should have stayed wide. He ran in the middle.
And the centre now, Titonchi. Maysam Kanani, a bit of a loose touch. And it's gone out. Side ball, South Perth Alliance. Roynitzer to Mello. Can he work some magic? Still going Mello. But it's been picked up by Kanani. Now it's a 2-on-1. Milham's there, but what a piece of defensive acumen by Bo Haynes, who is getting around it. He's had an excellent day today, the youngster. No one was back for Alliance except the man with the headband wearing the number
14
on his back. And he marshals Milham well, but Milham manages to spin around and get one to the back post. No one there, fortunately, for a South Perth Alliance perspective. As Lloyd Allen on now, playing through the pain of a broken foot and doing very well to do so. Ball over the top from Melu. Vannon! That would have been something. Vannon is already featured in goals of the week twice. That would have been his best one yet. Titonchi fires from range. Just found the bottom corner. That left unsided. And I think he probably should have done better there, but Mo Titonchi hasn't scored many this season. But what a brilliant goal that was, Luke.
Yeah, great finish there from Titonchi. Off the right hand, the right foot, ran to the bottom corner. Beverslau was rooted to the spot. And Alliance went one way, could have made it 4-4, and it's just how it is in futsal. And it's now 5-3. They're going to go the fifth man route, so good play here from Alliance, what we like to see. The power play, we call it. Mello has it now at the back, he'll control it. Beverslau, who's actually quite good with his feet for a goalkeeper, I'd say.
Yeah, he is, definitely. I've seen him play outfield a couple of times in the Gatorade Winter League. As Pierce struts the upright, Bush still alive if they can win it up high. Milham, is he going to get his goal? Blocked by Mello, he's gone up the other end, and now a 4-on-3. Mello cuts inside, still going. Toe poke, Van in. In fact, it was Allen. The yellow boots getting the better of me, but Allen should have done better there. That was a chance Alliance needed, but they failed to put it away.
Mo Tatonchi is going to start play here. Go straight to Milham. They're giving him way too much space. Only Milham's still got it. Only pass it off. He does to Mo Tatonchi. They'll give it back to Milham. Vannon trying to marshal Milham. Milham goes back to Zayed. We're now in stop clock territory. 2 minutes remaining. Azimi one-on-one with Pierce. Pierce defends well, staring into those eyes. Azimi gives it to Milham. Milham off the right. Good save by Bevislau. Mello goes for the shot. I don't think that was ever troubling anybody. Al Muhammad rolls out. Back to Zayed. Zayed chips forward. Vannon intercepts it as well. Pierce back to Vannon. He's had a good game with minimal minutes. Fred Vannon, always impactful. Pierce, he's going to switch the play to Allen. Allen, I thought he was going to get dispossessed, but he did well there. Allen, and as I was giving him a wrap, he kicks that one into touch. Zayed goes long. Allen, well defended.
Let's go. Come on, boys.
Lucas Mello off the right end. Oh, it's a goal. It's gone through Al Muhammad's hands, and is there life left in the Alliance boys yet? That was a venomous strike from Lucas Mello. I think the goalkeeper probably should have done better.
Well, they've got to ride their luck with the fifth man Alliance as soon as they get possession. A minute 18 to try and get something out of the match, and yes, it won't mean anything, but causing an upset and taking a point off Phoenix, who haven't dropped points in, I think, 6 or 7 games, would definitely be a good way to end their season. And Bevislau has done really well to keep Ali Milham goalless this evening with another smart save there. They've got a corner to follow. With a minute 7 left on the clock, it stops. Bakazayat up the line. Is he going to go for the shot? Looks inside for Milan. JP with the interception. Allen, back to Lau. Finds Allen once again. And now they've got numbers forward for Alliance. Allen, good ball. Here's the chance.
What a save, Al Muhammad.
Great save by Al Muhammad.
He was left all alone there, Al Muhammad, but what a save that was. The second, 2 attempts at it, and he got through. And here we go, Ali Milham, one-on-one with Lloyd Allen. He's backing off. Milham, Fred Vannon. Well defended there from Fred Vannon.
Good call from the referee. What's a foul?
Yep. Fred Vannon marshalled Milham well there. Allen at the back here. Down the line. Good ball there, Mello. Pierce to the back post. Oh, Justin Pierce puts it wide.
A golden opportunity from Justin Pierce. He
made
needed to be the hero. Now time's running out. Inside the final 30. Milham juggling the ball around the defenders. Tries to find the ball through to Tatonchi. And with 20 seconds left, Phoenix have a side ball. Tatonchi back to Milham, who can just hold it. Megs Allen back to Milham. Blau with another save. And 14 seconds left on the clock. It stops once again. Can Ali Milham find his first goal of the game? It'll be the only game this season where he hasn't scored in. Can Alliance break the trend? Mello has Allen in support, but goes himself. And in at the near post, a corner with
6 seconds remaining
left on the clock. Chipped over. A chance for Allen. It's fallen kindly to him. Still going, Allen! Oh, that's a good save by Al Muhammad. And that'll be full time. They won't get a chance to take the corner. The Phoenix getting away with one there. Not that it was going to mean much in the end, but what a fight that was.
What a game.
Phoenix Futsal WA 5, South Perth Alliance FC 4. And Luke, if you'll do the honours of running through the goal scorers.
Yeah,
before we're touching on our next match between Longabata and Condors.
I'm going to Stragi got 2. Motachi got 1 back at Al Karahuli, and there was an own goal And for Alliance, JP 10 got 2, Lucas Mello got 2. I'll have a quick look at the stat sheet. Having a look, obviously that finishes the regular season for Alliance. The Phoenix will be marching on into finals next week. So as you can see there, the possession, it was a lot of Phoenix and they had a lot of the ball. Alliance made their chances count when they had them. That wraps up our second game of the evening. Don't go anywhere because we've got our final clash of Friday between Wangabada and Condors Futsal Club.